Welcome to Hit and Run, the series where we uncover the rise and fall of pop's most unforgettable acts. Today we're diving into Karmin, the quirky duo who went from YouTube sensations to mainstream chart toppers. They gave us viral hits, unforgettable performances, and one of the catchiest singles of 2012. But just as quickly as they rose to fame, they disappeared. So the question is, what happened to Karmin? Before Karmin was a household name, Amy Heidemann and Nick Noonan were just two kids from small towns. Amy, from Seward, Nebraska, grew up singing at every opportunity, performing in talent shows at church, and even working as a wedding singer to make money while honing her craft. Amy's ability to captivate audiences with her voice and stage presence became obvious early on. Meanwhile, Nick, from Old Town, Maine, was a classically trained trombone player with a deep love for jazz and modern music. Their paths crossed at Berklee College of Music in Boston, where both were pursuing their dreams. Amy was studying songwriting, while Nick focused on trombone performance. They met in a college ensemble class and quickly hit it off, bonding over their passion for music. After graduating, Amy and Nick decided to pursue their dreams together, not just as a couple, but as musical partners. They moved to Los Angeles and officially formed the act we now know as Karmin. In 2010, Amy and Nick took a big leap. They started posting covers of popular songs on YouTube, but they didn't just copy the originals, they reimagined them. One of their biggest breakthroughs came with their rendition of Chris Brown's Look at Me Now, where Amy's jaw-dropping rapping stole the show. The video went viral, racking up millions of views. Fans couldn't believe Amy's ability to match and even out-rap the original artists. Nick's understated charisma and instrumental skills perfectly balanced the act. Suddenly, Karmin was an internet sensation. Their viral success landed them on the Ellen DeGeneres show, where they performed live and introduced their quirky, high-energy style to a national audience. From there, it wasn't long before major record labels came calling. In 2011, Karmin signed with Epic Records, marking their transition from internet stars to mainstream artists. In 2012, they released their breakout single, Brokenhearted. The song became a massive hit, climbing into the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning double platinum status in the US. The duo performed on some of the biggest stages, including Saturday Night Live. Amy's bold, retro-inspired hairstyles and dynamic stage presence paired with Nick's cool, laid-back charm made them a standout act in pop music. They followed up with their Hello EP, which included another hit single, Hello. Fans loved their genre-bending mix of pop, rap, and quirky delivery, and Karmin seemed poised for even bigger success. But as their fame grew, so did the challenges. Signed to a major label, Karmin faced increasing pressure to stick to a polished, radio-friendly formula. Amy and Nick felt constrained, unable to fully explore their creativity. In 2014, they released their debut full-length album, Pulses. While it featured tracks like I Want It All, the album didn't perform as well as their earlier releases. Critics were lukewarm, and it became clear that Karmin's mainstream momentum was starting to fade. Determined to regain their creative independence, Amy and Nick negotiated their way out of their record deal early. It was a risky move, but it allowed them to take back control of their music and their future. Freed from the constraints of the music industry, they began experimenting with a more introspective and artistic sound. This resulted in their independent album, Leo Rising, inspired by astrology and reflecting a softer, more personal side of Karmin. The album, released in 2016, featured tracks tied to astrological signs and explored themes of identity, growth, and creativity. While Leo Rising wasn't a commercial hit, it allowed Amy and Nick to reconnect with their artistic roots and experiment without external pressures. But even as they explored this new sound, Amy and Nick realized they were ready for something even bolder. They wanted to completely shed the expectations tied to Karmin and create a fresh identity that reflected who they had become. In 2017, they officially retired the Karmin name and introduced the world to Qveen Herby. With this reinvention, Amy stepped into a fierce hip-hop inspired persona, leaving behind the bubblegum pop of their earlier work. Nick took on a behind-the-scenes role as her producer, helping craft a new sound that was sleek, edgy, and entirely their own. The transformation wasn't just musical, it was visual too. Amy leaned into a highly stylized aesthetic with dramatic makeup, sleek fashion, and larger-than-life visuals that elevated her as a modern-day queen. The creative freedom allowed both Amy and Nick to explore their passions like never before. Their bold reinvention gained a cult following. They released multiple EPs and singles independently, building a loyal fan base while staying completely in control of their music and artistic direction. For Amy and Nick, Qveen Herby wasn't just a project. It was a declaration of their evolution as artists. Today, Amy and Nick continue to work as Qveen Herby, steadily carving out their space in the indie music world. While their days as viral pop stars under the Karmin name are behind them, their reinvention as independent artists has allowed them to create on their own terms. Over the years, Qveen Herby has released a series of EPs and singles, blending hip-hop, R&B, and modern pop influences. Tracks like Sugar Daddy, Cheap Talk, and Vitamins showcase Amy's dynamic rap skills, sultry vocals, and introspective lyrics, while Nick crafts lush, genre-bending soundscapes. Their journey, from small-town kids to viral sensations, from pop stars to indie innovators, is a rare story of resilience and reinvention. Karmin's time in the spotlight was fleeting, but their ability to evolve has cemented their legacy as trailblazers who weren't afraid to take risks. Amy and Nick have proven that success isn't always about staying at the top. It's about finding happiness in your craft and staying true to who you are. While Karmin's time in the spotlight may have been brief, the duo's fearless transformation into Qveen Herby proves they were never just a passing trend. They were creators charting their own path. And though their journey has taken unexpected turns, one thing is clear: Amy and Nick are far from finished writing their story. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have more deep dives into the rise and fall of music's most fascinating acts, and you won't want to miss a single one. This has been Hit and Run, the series where we uncover the stories behind pop culture's biggest hits and the stars who made them. Thanks for watching.